The current issue that our group will discuss is consumer rights and online shopping. Our group members are Chen Xinyu, Lian Zhenyao, and Zhou Xueting.
In Malaysia, consumer protection ensured by a number of laws and regulations. For example, the Consumer Protection Act 2010. This is the main consumer protection law in Malaysia and covers aspects such as product safety, false advertising, and unfair trading. The Electronic Commerce Act 2016. This law regulates e-commerce transaction and ensures transparency and security of online transactions. The Communications and Multimedia Act 1998. This law regulates commercial activities conducted over the Internet, including consumer protection and privacy rights. Secondly, when shopping online, return and refund policy and one of the main concerns of consumers. Under the Consumer Protection Act 2010, merchants must ensure the quality and safety of the products they sell. If consumers purchase defective products, they have the right to request a return, exchange or refund. At the same time, the law also stipulated and merchants shall not publish the false or misleading advertising information. If consumers purchase products due to false advertising, they have the right to claim compensation. Then, I will talk about two kinds of related legal cases. First, for counterfeit goods. If a consumer buys a brand name watch on an e-commerce platform, but can it to be a counterfeit product after receiving it? According to the Consumer Protection Act 2010, consumers have the right to request a refund or exchange and can complain to relevant departments. The platform and the merchant may face fine and other legal sanction. Secondly, for refunds that the merchant failed to fulfill. If a consumer buys an electronic product online, but the product is defective and the merchant refuses to refund, the consumer can file a complaint under the CPA 2010 and eventually receive a refund, while the merchant was ordered to improve its refund policy.
Next, I will present a legal case related to consumer rights and online shopping. In Malaysia, Shopee is a large online shopping platform. A consumer had filed a case against it, alleging that it sold counterfeit and substandard goods. The consumer claimed that the goods purchased from Shopee were not as described and were of poor quality, and asked for a refund, which was refused. Firstly, this case involved a number of pieces of legislation. The Contracts Act 1950 is governed by Section 3, Sale of Goods. This act sets out the elements of a legal contract and the standards of performance. If a product purchased online is found to be false or misleading, this may be considered a breach of contract and the consumer may be held liable. Secondly, under the Sale of Goods Act 1957, a contract for the sale of goods is a contract whereby the seller transfers or agrees to transfer the property in the goods to the buyer for the consideration. There can be a contract of sale between one person, part owner, and another. In addition, there is the Malaysian Consumer Protection Act 1999, the Electronic Commerce Act 2006 and the Personal Data Protection Act 2010. Finally, the court ruled that Shopee had broken the law by selling counterfeit and substandard goods and ordered refunds and compensations for the consumers' loss. As a result, the platform has stepped up its efforts to ensure that the quality of products on its platform is up to standard. Through these cases, the court not only protected the legal rights and interests of consumers, but also encouraged e-commerce platforms and companies to improve their operations and services to ensure transparency of information and quality of goods. As a result, the legal protection of consumer rights and online shopping in Malaysia has been gradually enhanced.
Okay, nowadays, despite the legal protection, many customers are still not familiar with their rights. Therefore, customer education should be strengthened so that they can effectively defend their rights in the face of unfair trade. Meanwhile, law enforcement is important. Effectively enforcement of the law is the key to protecting customer rights and interests. Relevant all authorities should strengthen the supervision of e-commerce platforms and mandatory to issue their compliance with the law. Finally, I would like to say that e-commerce platforms should increase the transparency of the transactions by clearly displaying product information, return and refund policies. At the same time, platforms should take some responsibilities for the behavior of third-party members to protect customers' interests. Okay, therefore, I would say that customer rights and the legal protection of online shopping is a complex area. With the rapid development of e-commerce, the legal system needs to be constantly updated and improved to meet new challenges. Only through an effective legal system and strict enforcement method can the rights and the interests of customers be truly protected and online shopping become a safe and reliable way of consumption. In Malaysia, customer rights are more comprehensively protected under the law, particularly in the area of the e-commerce. However, there are still areas that need to be improved, such as strengthening customer education and law enforcement. The security of online shopping and customer trust can be first enhanced through the effects of many parties.
Thanks for watching.